Michael here to give you an update on what's going on out there in the weather community. Heat and hot temperatures are expected across the southeastern United States as well as the East Coast up into New England and into the middle part of the country. As you can see, extreme heat warnings are in effect in those purples, and in those orange you have the heat advisory in effect. As you can see right now, the heat is mainly aligned right here in the apps area. The heat will continue to move east as the days go on, as you can see there. So let's get right into it. We have been indeed talking about this heat for some time, and it's going to stick around. Tomorrow is going to be probably our bulk day for that heat, as you can see right there towards Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington. You're in the extreme areas now. There are no extreme heat warnings at this point in time, but the extreme heat is going to be in those sections of the country. So whether you have the warnings or not, you still need to be taking the precautions necessary as you get into Sunday. That heat mainly goes eastward. It continues to travel east, eventually getting to that coast. But then look, as you can see, the heat starts going away. What happens here? The heat starts to come back as we start seeing major heat develop over the end of the week. So this heat is going to leave probably some people for a brief period of time, but the heat will be back in moderate and major conditions, even bringing back that extreme outlook. Well, it really never left that area by Myrtle Beach. So some people could be still expecting this heat to continue and persist throughout multiple days across the country. So as you can see there on your screen, areas like Charlotte. If we move to the northern part of the country, I mean, everybody is dealing with this heat at this time. Look at New England up there. By New York, we're having heat temperatures. Today in Baltimore, I think it was about 104. In New York, it was near 100 degrees, if not 100 degrees. So these areas are getting very hot. Heat index values are higher than expected. Sunday, as we get into that area, as you can see, that portion of the country, 15.1 million people under extreme heat. That is on Sunday. On Monday, 6.2 million people are going away. The people who are in this extreme heat are starting to die down in this scenario, rather. As we get into that Wednesday, the people in this heat are starting to go away. That number starting to decrease. As you can see, into Thursday, into Friday, we continue to see that heat, and it's just going to continue and continue and continue. So whether you are in the orange, red, and purple, be on high alert. You have the chance of that heat, especially in that purple. Some areas extending from extreme heat warnings all the way up to New England area, which is going to pack a punch. Now let's talk about the Storm Prediction Center here, which I know you want to know about this severe weather, so let's get that right and rolling right now. Today's outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, having an enhanced risk that's going to be in the middle part of the country. That is going to be near the areas of Omaha, Nebraska. You can watch out for that. That area is going to be for you to watch out. The enhanced risk. Also, the slight risk going to extend all the way to the 95 corridor from that area. Also, you have the marginal risk surrounding tornado risk for today, which this today is basically almost over at this point. But Chicago, you're going to have that tornado risk as well. Wind threat hatched area in that red, so wind threat is possible, hail threat as well. Now let's get into, actually this is today, so it's already giving us the update. It's counting today. So about time you're seeing this video, this is today's outlook, so it'll probably be 4th of July at this time. I know everybody has those celebrations. We want to make sure that you're still taking the safety precautions, though. Make sure you're not being involved in heat stroke and heat illness. Make sure you're taking those precautions. So I know everybody's having their 4th of July celebrations, but this heat is indeed deadly. Please make sure to take those safety precautions. Stay hydrated. Make sure that you're not in the heat for extremely too long. I know we're having these, like I said, these 4th of July celebrations, but we also want to make sure that you're safe for this 4th of July as well. Storms for today, like I said, that enhanced risk, as you can see, that tornado risk going to be along Des Moines, Chicago. That's going to be amongst the 2%. So like I said, that wind threat hatched area near Omaha, that dashed area near Omaha, Lincoln, Nebraska, you're also going to be in that dashed area. That's with that red level, so there's a 30% chance. That's a wind threat right there. It's going to be mainly across those same areas that we saw, that categorical area. So you're going to see the wind there. The hail threat is going to be mainly towards Valentine, also Lincoln, areas like that. So you can expect to see that. So that 15% chance of that wind threat is going to be that area. For your July, this is your July 3rd. I don't know if we're having glitches in the system. That's supposed to be tomorrow, I think. It's showing me right there, 4th of July. Maybe that day outlook is for today and it's just not updated on the other pages because it still thinks it's July 3rd. So I'm not sure if that severe weather threat is today or tomorrow, but I think otherwise we're still going to have that severe weather threat. So make sure you're keeping your eyes peeled on that. Alrighty, here's a look at the GFS model. I'm going to tell you right now that we are good to go, to be honest. This is the OOZ run. I'm going to show you the 18Z run, but I'm going to tell you right now, as of the models are looking, we are A-OK. We do have that high pressure sitting over Tennessee right about now, but as we continue to move the forecast along, we're just seeing summer type showers, so really nothing to really worry about. We're still going to have our severe weather threat, but in the tropics, we're not seeing any development. You have a little bit of Pacific development out there, but that might stay out to sea, if I'm not mistaken, turn into a tropical depression. So right now, as far as storms, we are looking clear. So basically tomorrow for your 4th, stay safe. Think about staying safe towards that heat, because you do want to prevent that heat stroke, heat illness, heat exhaustion, and things like that. Also the severe weather threat, make sure that you have a way to get those alerts for your severe weather threat. Hope everybody enjoys their 4th of July tomorrow, because it's going to be, we're going to try to have a good one. So some weather right now for tomorrow. Weather tomorrow is looking a bit delightful, to be honest. Some areas of the country are staying dry for our 4th of July, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great of your holiday weekend, and I'll see you out there in the weather community.